Sunday night saw national broadcaster NHK say its own farewell to its star ratings raiser with the documentary Yokozuna Hakuho, 14 Years of Solitude. The 53-minute show looked back on his career with help from Asashoryu, Kiseno Sato, Kitano Fuji, and, with navy suit and golden tie, the man himself. Much of what we saw we'd already learned from his exit interview this month, and from his personal trainer's book. Mr. Oba himself also appearing. But there were also several things we learned. The extent to which his family were involved in his training, counting out the repetitions for his dumbbell curls and barbell presses. The sheer agony caused by his right knee towards the end, and the constant pain-killing injections, fluid drainage, and ultrasound massaging. His vow in March that the knee operation just minutes away would be his last as a sumo wrestler. The fact he went to Nagoya weeks before everyone else to train alone. And a tachi-ai practice wholly based around relieving pressure on his knees, for example, by bouncing like this. Prominent once more was his ability to polarize. The jeering from fans opposed to his focus on winning over style contrasted with the adulation of fellow pros amazed by his powers of innovation. Social media reaction to the program was also mixed, and the fight to define his legacy rages on. Joining that fight to defend him is September Technique Prize winner Myorigyu, who described himself as honored merely to have fought in the Hakuho era. He had so many different tachi-ais, and it was like he'd studied everything I could think of doing, Myorigyu said of the man who beat him 20 times from 22. And it was a real delight to secure my first gold star against him, he added. Also singing praises was another September star, Shohozan, who lost all 15 of his bouts with Hakuho, but said the mere act of facing him was a confidence booster. Both he and Myorigyu were speaking after their influenza shots at the Kokugikan on Tuesday. Is Shohozan now quietly preparing to romantically bow out in his native Fukuoka? Elsewhere, Yoshikaze has announced his retirement ceremony for February the 5th next year, and that tickets are to go on sale from December. If so, it will be the first such event open to the public since the pandemic began. More precisely, since his stablemate Takekaze's event in February 2020. With at least some social distancing measures likely to be relaxed, this is set to be sumo's biggest step yet towards returning to full attendance. Watch this space. Meanwhile, active wrestlers have stepped up their training for the November tournament, with Kiribayama challenging his juniors to 19 bouts on Tuesday and claiming he wants 30 to 40 such contests per day. I didn't rest for a single morning prior to September, and the hard, consistent training I did bore fruit, he said of his recent 9 wins, 6 losses, including a staggering 6-1 against the top 7 men competing. Kiribayama looks set for his own elite rank debut next month. Finally, Japanese citizen Ichinojo has revealed his new Japanese name to be Takashi MIURA, a combination of his sumo first name and coach's surname. The blue-belted enigma has also confirmed he does indeed want to be a sumo coach.